Former members of the All Nigeria People's Party have warned President Bola Tinubu that it would dump the All Progressives Congress in the event that the vice presidential slot is taken away from their bloc. They alleged marginalization by both the Congress for Progressive Change and Action Congress of Nigeria blocs and the tripartite agreement that formed the national government in 2015. Addressing journalists, members of the bloc operating under the aegis of the Association of Former ANPP members demanded inclusivity in the APC government. They claimed that the vice presidential seat remains sacrosanct for the ANPP bloc as the second largest contributor to the formation of APC. Well, we are now being joined by a former national deputy chairman of the defunct All Nigeria People's Party, Chief Asukewe Ikoawaji, to discuss this statement and how to enhance inclusivity in the All Progressives Congress. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Good afternoon, Timmy.
So how does the ANPP's bloc threat to work against President Tinubu's re-election, how do you think it will impact the party's chances in the 2027 general election?
Thank you very much. The All Nigerian People's Party, if you can recall, during the merger, we actually have upper hand in that merger because we have more governors than the ACN. The four political parties that comes together to form APC is ANPP, ACN, the CPC that has only one governor, the Abga-led Governor Rogers Okorocha faction. These are the major four political parties that form APC. And after the formation of the APC, every other group join halfway because the APC has been formed. Like the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, and his group and every other interest group, we are not in the formation. The party has been formed before they join. Now, in forming the party is for the benefit of everybody. If you look at the 8 years of late President Buharis administration, ANPP, that's supposed to be the husbandman, we are virtually feeding from the crumbs. Where I say that we are virtually feeding from the crumbs is there is no any major position that was given to the ANPP. Anybody that is listening to me know that I know this party like I know my finger. I didn't start from ANPP. I am one of the founding members of APP. So I know the history. I've been around. Now, the CPC took the presidential candidate. The ACN has vice presidential candidate and some other positions. The man who actually led the merger, led Dr. Boneyono, who was the national chairman then, was given a minister of science and technology. So what ANPP was getting from that marriage was not even nothing to go home with. Now, Buhari administration has passed. Yes, let me make this very clear. Some people say that the former governor of Edo State, Chief John Oyegu, become national chairman on the block of ANPP. It's not true. I want everybody to listen. It's not true. Chief John Oyegu, who is a leader, was a member of AD. He contested under AD for the governorship of Edo State and lost to Chief Lucky Gbinedium. Thereafter, there was some kangaroo movement that some people moved from PDP and other political parties who felt that Baba Obasanjo was not doing well, and they now joined and made us to change our logo and our name, moving from APP to ANPP. After that, Chief Don Etebet became the national chairman. But a few months or 1 year after the 2023 election, they all went back to where they are coming from. That is how Chief Oyegu remained. He wanted to be the national chairman of the party. He contested, but Chief Obonionu won. He became the deputy national chairman of the party. And later, he resigned his position as a deputy national chairman of ANPP and went back to ACN. So, during the formation of APC, he came from ACN to become national chairman, not from the ANPP. So, we have been most cheated in this marriage. Now, after 4 years of late President Buhari administration, the second 4 years, the former Senate President, Ahmed Lawal, becomes Senate President, not on ANPP block, but out of his goodwill and hard work. Between him, his colleague, the government in place and all that, he became a Senate President. So if you look at it, the ANPP has been cheated in this relationship. But one thing I believe in life, if you want to be in politics, politics is always a game of negotiation. Politics is always a game of dialogue. Now, President Tinubu is in place as the president of Nigeria. Remember, somebody may say the vice president, yes, there is no argument, he was an ANPP governor. But remember, he was also the campaign director to President Tinubu during the President Tinubu's campaign to become a candidate of APP. So you can see he become a vice president through his hard work and also relationship with President Tinubu and some other people. But there is no issue that he was a member of ANPP. Now, we are not just talking about vice presidential. People will start something from somewhere. To me, the truth still remains. We are talking to ourselves. From day one, this marriage, did it favor us? There are founding fathers and founding leaders of ANPP. One thing that will interest you about ANPP, there is nobody can hold claim to ANPP that I am the owner of ANPP. Because the founding members of that party from when it was APP has an open heart. It's not like PDP. Somebody will say, I am a funding this, I am that, and they began to mention their names.
To interrupt you, sir. From what you've said so far, this cheating that you have spoken about started since the tenure of late President Muhammadu Buhari. So some analysts are wondering why the outcry now. Could it be that the bloc has already set its eyes on other political alliances and is simply trying to justify its potential exit from the APC? Could that be what this is really all about?
I will answer your question. Now, if you're in a relationship, there is a room for tolerance. There is a room for management. There is a room to engage. People can only hear your voice when all the rooms are being filling. Because where we are now, it seems that most of the things we have been enduring are falling apart. Like I said, we are talking to ourselves. the founders of that party. Most of the people, don't be surprised when I leave here now, another person will come and begin to talk rubbish. I know the history of this party. So we are talking to ourselves. Just in the next few days, few weeks, few months, we will take our decision whether we are going to remain in APC or we have an alternative. But it's not a decision to be taken by one person. It's a decision to be taken by everybody. Yes, you may not have all the 100% on board, but I can assure you when the decision will be taken, majority people will be there to back up whatever decision that has been taken. Because we can roll out the list. Look at somebody like Senator Alin Ndume. Ndume has been there in the National Assembly from 1999. He became a minority leader just few days after, or a few months after, he was removed. So where is ANPP interest in APC government? I want anybody to challenge me. Outside the vice president that is there, how many ANPP members that are sitting in the juicy positions? You barely see them. And this is the party that initiated this process and get it done. And other people are coming to enjoy it. So somebody will sit down somewhere and be talking. No. Anybody that is talking on his own. We don't just need a vice presidential candidate to remain. We need something more better than vice presidential candidate. Like I said, we are talking to ourselves. And in no distant time, we will address the press. But I want to salute the courage of those ANPP members who have started the ball. That ball will continue to roll till we get to where we are going. That is my position.
All right, finally, before I let you go, what steps do you think the president can take to address your concerns and promote inclusivity within the party? And then on the flip side, what happens if it calls your bluff? Isn't it possible for the APC to win the 2027 election without the support of the ANPP bloc? Very briefly, please.
Briefly, the president is a politician. During the formation of APC, he never traveled one day. All the meetings he attended, all the agreements, he was there. So he knows what to do to keep the ANPP bloc intact. The issue of whether if ANPP move, whether the president will win the election or not, let me tell you something that will shock you. The former President Jonathan has 22 governors. And all the 22 governors of APC, PDP, adopted him as a sole candidate, just like what was going on now. But he never know that the table will turn. So leave what you're seeing today. It's what will play out 2027 that matters. So the president will know what to do. And if the president know what, if he knows that this is right, let him do it. But we are not going to accept anything if it is late. But because very soon we'll come out with our decision. Thank you.
Chief Asukewe Ikoawaji, former chieftain of the defunct ANPP, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.